to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Right side. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Green in for Dwayne Wade. And a moment happening right now, folks, and the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, a special individual taking to the hardwood as we'll get to watch the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this.
And mark that bucket down, folks. That's the first career basket from Freak.
And a scrappy one, but he'll take it. It doesn't matter how you get those first points in the NBA. It just matters that you get them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there will be plenty of chances to create spectacular highlights in the years to come for this young man. But right now, he just wants those first points.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready. And he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
Wade outside, inside. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Wade.
Another nice bucket down low. He's really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Outside, Green. Stoudemire, the screen. Green, the pass to Winslow. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Anderson. Wade has the open look. Knocks down the three ball. Wade's got a couple of threes now in the first for Miami.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Freak sets a screen for Kaminsky, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Oh, an illegal screen.
Wash comes in for Anderson, and it's Dragic in for Green. And then for Charlotte, Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Batum. Freak comes in for Jeremy Lin. And Walker subbed in for Brian Rice. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Chris Bosh is out there with Winslow. And it's Stoudemire in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown. And last year, the Hornets failed to achieve the same success as they had in 2014. Still, they played decent basketball against the rest of that Southeast Division.
And both free throws good from Freak. As you said, the Hornets played solid against the Southeast Division, finished 4th in the division, but played 500 ball going 8 up and 8 down against the other 4 Southeast members, Clark.
Not too shabby considering how strong Atlanta and Washington were. In general, the Hornets played pretty tough against every team in the division and did the same in the conference, too.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes play, Stoudemire and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
First personal foul.
Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And a wide open look for Freak. Off target from 3-point range. The Heat leading by 11. Dragic with it. He's picked up by Walker. That's tipped and stolen by Freak. And it's Walker penetrating. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Blocking foul called on.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
Kemba Walker with an eerily similar season once again. Stats the last 3 years have ironically been very close.
Yeah, you talked about those 3 years. Almost 18 points a game in around 35 minutes. So did so on just under 16 shots as well. So becoming more and more efficient.
And it's Freak missing. Miami's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Wade with it, out defended by Freak. Dragic with a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
Dragic!
Wade's got 3 assists tonight.
From D-Wade.
You know, it's kind of one of those weird anomalies when you look at Kemba's numbers, because in each of those seasons, he played a different number of games. Just one of those kind of quirky, weird things we pick up on sometimes when our brain is foggy.
And for Walker, guys, and his stats, even for players considered consistent, there is more variation than what Walker has put up.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Hornets. Here's Hansbrough. Here's Freak. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Stoudemire. Dragic dishes to Wade. Back to Dragic. Uncovered. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Freak. And too long on the shot.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
It'll be a jump ball.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Bosch passes to Dragic. 1 second left, and the shot is good. Dragic has got 6 in the quarter. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Heat up by 5.
Give it up for your Heat.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen.
Nice numbers from D-Wade. 12 points.
With some changes, Stoudemire comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Gerald Green in for Goran Dragic. Charlotte also making some changes. Hansbrough's checked in for Zeller. Brian Roberts comes in for Lamb. And Freak subbed in for Walker. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at point guard. Batum is out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Roberts in at shooting guard. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And it's Freak with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major collapse.
Outside Jefferson. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. And there's the feed to Roberts. Just 5 to shoot. And Hansbrough kicks to Freak. No good. And it's Miami the other way.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
A baseline J. They get it back. Right side, and that one's good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
Clark, free throws were a big factor in this one.
Yeah, you know what? It's great to get to the line, Kevin, but the other half of that is you've got to convert, and they did that.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Dragic. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that fourth or fifth option in the offense.
Here's Roberts. Wade is covering. Here's Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Wade with it, out defended by Freak. Here's Stoudemire. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open three. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strength.
And the rejection by Stoudemire. And here is Chalmers. And the foul called on Freak. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Fires the three. No good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by
ugly.